Every nigga is a star. Every nigga is a star. Every nigga is a star. Hit me!
When the four corners of this cocoon collide, you'll slip through the cracks, hoping that you'll survive. Gather your...
When I get signed, homie, I'm acting fool. Hit the dance floor, strobe lights in the room. Snatch your little secretary bitch for the homies. Blue-eyed devil with a fat ass monkey. I'ma buy a brand new Cuddy on Vows. Trunk the hood up 2 times, deuce fold. Platinum on everything, platinum on wedding ring. Married to the game and a bad bitch shows. When I get signed, homie, I'ma buy a strap. Straight from the CIA, set it on my lap. Take a few M16s to the hood, pass them all out. But I just wanna fuck. Late nights was my first girlfriend. Bridges burn.
The hard part is keeping it, motherfucker.
What you want? You a house, you a car, 40 acres and a mule, a piano, a guitar, anything. Say my name is Uncle Sam on your dog. Motherfucker, you can live at the mall. I ain't ever, baby, count it all together, baby. They hit the register, make me feel better, baby. Your horoscope is a Gemini, 2 sides. So you better cop everything 2 times. 2 coupes, 2 chains, 2 C-notes. Too much ain't enough, both we know. Christmas, tell them what's on your wish list.
Dang, what up, Buzz fam? We back with another album review. We got a Pimp a Butterfly on the track.
To Pimp a Butterfly up in here. So I'm obviously, though, so like, I know I'm a Kendrick fangirl, though, so I've heard this piece, though, but it's Casey's first time, peeping the classic album.
Buzz fam, I've heard maybe 2 or 3 songs off this album. I got it all upside down and shit. But yeah, so I'm going to keep it real with everybody. I have not been a huge Kendrick fan like over the years. I like some of his songs. I think he is a phenomenal artist. Generally speaking, whenever I hear one of his songs, I'm just like, oh, this one isn't for me. It's not to say I don't think he's phenomenal. And that song was bumping. I don't know how I never heard that. That was money right there.
Yeah, man. But
that's the way to open up. That's the way to open up an album right there. I can see like right off the rip, like that sound signature like that he's got going on there, like the old kind of funk like vibe coming in.
So I can tell you what, man, just like for this album, man, I'm like, you're in for a treat. And like for those like who have not peeped this album yet, though, it's a mixture of live music. It's like live funk, it's live jazz. You have neo soul, you have like some really live, 70s R&B elements too as well. And you got some spoken word in here. You have like all kinds of stuff though, so it's like he put all of this stuff together and like it just came out right here though, and that was like a hell of an opener too.
Definitely, yeah, that opener was super dope. I like that whole scheme with like getting guns from the CIA and all that kind of stuff coming in and handing out like M16s to the hood and they all spraying and this and that.
Yeah, man. Because I tell you what though, like the really good scheme with that song, it's like he was playing 2 different parts, playing the part of somebody who, like was like actually like I'm from the hood, got money, and said, okay, I'm gonna just go on this freaking spree. And then the second verse was him being Uncle Sam saying, yeah, go ahead and spend that. However,
but I'm gonna get my taxes coming in. I'm gonna get my cut. So that's super dope. All right, Buzz fam, we're gonna drop it on track 2.
For free, the interlude.
For free?
For free.
Ain't nothing for free. Let's do it.
God's gift to earth. Nigga, you ain't shit. You bitch. My other nigga is on. You off. What the fuck is really going on?
This dick ain't free. You looking at me like it ain't a receipt, like I never made ends meet, eating your leftovers and raw meat. This dick ain't free. Living titty juice and pussy lips kept me obnoxious, kept me up watching pornos and poverty. Apology, no. Watch you politic with people less fortunate like myself. Every dog has his day. Now doggy style shall help. This dick ain't free. More abortion, more divorce, course and portion. My check with less endorsement left me dormant, dusted, dude, disgusted, force weight. Fuck you, figures and more shit. Porcelain pipes, pressure, bust them twice, choices, devastated, decapitated the horseman. Oh, America, you bad bitch. I picked cotton and made you rich. Now my dick ain't free.
I'ma get my Uncle Sam to fuck you up. You ain't no king.
Wow. Buzzfam, I was not ready. Shit ain't free in here. You got some high prices coming into
Matter of
this.
fact, I need interest.
I need inches. Dude, I need inches. I got 9 of them shits coming in here. All that shit. I was like,
Yeah.
dang, okay.
Yeah.
So I can see kind of like why, like, this is getting such a, like, right off the beginning, I can see why it's getting such high praise, right? Like, because it's able to, like, be so unique and have so many different elements to it, right? With like the sax and stuff coming in, like right after, like off the get, and then like coming in with like that girl's voice, like talking about like, oh, I need my hair and this and this and this, right? Like coming in, and then he's like, this ain't free, right? Like, and he comes like back at it with it, and like the way he's able to flip that whole message and kind of like give it like some perspective, like right, like. It's definitely like very clever in like the way of doing it. But I can also see like this would be an example of one of the Kendrick songs that I probably wouldn't like listen to because it's not really like typical music that you're listening to like while you're driving down the street or like whatever, right? So it's probably why I haven't caught this one before.
Yeah, man. And it's like with this right here, you know, that goes into that spoken word, you know, kind of, you know, just like club scene, jazz club vibe though, you know, with somebody just doing like spoken word on stage, you know, with some live instrumentalists in the background and everything though. Right. You know, and like the really good thing about this is that, you know, like how he's like using all of this stuff as a metaphor, like the female, you know, is an actual metaphor, you know, for the powers that be, you know, out there. And he's just like, nah.
Yeah, it is very very artistic in the way he delivers it too, right? Because you're like it's saying it's spoken word, but it's also like quick spoken word, right? Like it's like rap form kind of spoken word. The way he's like coming at that, like I like kind of how he attacked that. That was pretty cool.
All right, so for those of y'all who know, up next is King Kunta.
King Kunta. Oh, and BuzzFam, we're talking about setting up a Patreon. So that we can do the full uncut versions. So if you want that, make sure to drop a comment down below or like the video or whatever, so we know whether we should spend the time trying to set that all up. I've been like looking into it a little bit, but if that's something you guys are interested to, like let us know, because right now we have to chop them up quite a bit. Obviously the songs are gonna get chopped up. We assume most of you guys have heard the songs already anyway, which is why you're watching like the full album review of it or whatever. And if there's any individual songs you want us to react to in the future, just drop them in the comments below.
Definitely.
But let's do it.
All right, let's go. King Kunta.
I got a bone to pick. I don't want you monkey mouth motherfucker sitting in my throne again.
Hey, nigga, what's happening? Nigga, get back to the hood, nigga.
I'm mad, but I ain't stressing.
What?
True friends.
Watch me.
One question. Yams.
What's the yams?
The yam is the power that beat. You can smell it when I'm walking down the street.
Oh, yes, we can. Oh, yes, we can.
I can dig rapping times 2. I was contemplating getting on stage just to go back to the hood, see my enemy and say, oh yeah, bitch, where you and I was walking. Now I run the game, got the whole world talking. King Kunta, everybody wanna cut the legs off him. King Kunta, to the left, stuck a flag in my city. Everybody screaming Compton, I should probably run from here when I'm done. To be honest, and I put that on my mama and my baby boo too. 20 million walking out the court, baby, whoa, whoa. Oh yeah, fuck the judge, I made it past her fat vagina, screaming, Annie, are you okay? Annie, are you okay? Limo tenant with the gold plate, straight from the bottom. It's the belly of the beast, from a peasant to a prince to a motherfucking king. Oh yeah, bitch, where you and I was.
By the time you hear the next pop, the funk shall be within you.
Now I run the game, got the whole world talking. King Kunta, everybody wanna cut the legs off. King Kunta.
We want the funk.
Man, if I give you the funk, you gon' take it.
We want the funk.
I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence.
Yo, Bus Fam, I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't know if you guys seen Undercover Brother when they got that scene. He's like, "We want the funk, gotta get that
Yeah.
funk." Oh, they gave me that vibe so hard. I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, okay." I'm pretty sure I haven't even heard most of the other songs. This is gonna be my favorite. It ain't even gonna be close.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you what, man. Like it was like so dope in concert, man. Like when I saw this
Dude.
in concert, man, it was like insane. It was crazy though.
That's one of those songs, like when you're hearing it, like you get the biggest grin on your face and you cannot take it off.
Yeah,
It's
man.
just too much
Yeah.
soul in there. And I
Yeah.
like how he paused it. He's like, by the time you hear the next shot, you're gonna
Funk will
have
be
like the,
within you.
yeah, it's like,
You know?
and you're like,
Yeah.
and then it comes back in.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
He's like, it was already in me. I already had it.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I think about that song, man. I really love the build up in the instrumental for that song. I love
Yeah.
how it all starts off just like with the percussion and bass, and then just like all those elements, you know, like the I think keyboard element starts coming in,
Yep.
and then like you have like those strings there, and then like you got just like that electric guitar at the end. I'm like it's like a really dope put together track though, you know. And then
Right.
also fun fact, this does contain elements though, you know, from like from Mossberg and DJ Quick's song, you know, called "Get Naked" though, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
So I remember like how he's saying that he wanted to feel DJ Quick, you know, in this vibe here though, you know. So like he definitely kind of brought that element to it though, for real.
I got you. Yeah, dude, it definitely sounded phenomenal. I was not expecting like all that bounce to it. Like I didn't know that Kendrick made a song kind of like that.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, though, you know.
What
and
was
then-
that one called?
Cause that one's called King Kunta.
King
and like if
Kunta.
you notice, you know, like he started speaking like some spoken word though
Yeah.
at the end, you know. So just pay attention to that piece.
Okay.
Right there. Okay, I'll lay that down. And like next is going to be Institutionalized. Now, this one's featuring female artist named Anna Wise, and then also Bilal, and also Snoop Dogg's on this one too. As well.
Snoop Loop?
Yeah.
Oh no.
And it's like pretty interesting right here.
Okay. Okay.
Afflicted, misusing your influence.
I said I'm trapped inside the ghetto and I ain't proud to admit it. Institutionalized, I can still kill me a nigga. So
Master, take the chains off me.
Never lactose intolerant, the last remainder of real shit. You know the obvious. Me, scholarship, no. Streets put me through colleges. Be all you can be, true, but
Shit don't change until you get up and wash your ass. Boy, shit don't change until you get up and wash your ass.
More living, boy, make my 4-4. When I see him, put the bird DM on the floor. Now Kendrick know they your co-workers, but this goes me at these awards.
I guess my grandmama was warning the boy. She said,
Shit don't change until you get up and wash your ass.
For hood rules, you can take your boy out the hood, but you can't take the hood off the homie. Took his show money, stashed it in the mosey wosey. Hollywood's nervous. Fuck you, good night, thank you much for your service.
Bye. Yo. Okay, so I'm gonna say this one is interesting because of the way it's delivered. Like it has like so many elements, right? Like the flute's coming in, like it has like all the different sounds that are layered like really, really well. And like it's cool to have like Snoop coming in there and like kind of like talking like he's coming in 5'4" or whatever, like right, like this short little dude coming out of Compton, like all that stuff. And so I like how they play into that. But this is the kind of song that like I don't normally listen to. I can understand why it's on this album, right? And it makes like it's one of the key elements like for an album like this that's gonna make it like 5 times platinum or whatever, 100 times platinum, whatever it is, and it's gonna make it one of those like the albums like you talk about, like that you live with for a really long time, stuff like that. But for me, it doesn't have a lot of replayability, and like I can listen to it a couple times, and I'm like, okay, now I got the artistry out of it, and now I'm gonna kind of move on. It's kind of like a painting, right? Like you see it on the wall, and it's amazing, and you're like, yeah, that's super cool. But now I've seen it, right? And unless like you're really into that, you're gonna keep going on to the next thing.
And like I do see that right there, and it's just like you know, like I'm definitely like one of those like where, you know, like you are gonna check it out maybe a couple times or whatever, and like if it's for you, then like it's for you. If it's not, then it's not, though, you know. But also, I mean, I don't know. Like I think like one of the things that like really caught me with it was the storytelling with it, though, and then like as I was getting into it and just kind of like knowing, like again, like he's playing like two sides, though, you know, like he's playing, you know, like the, you know, just like one of the guys, you know, that takes his friend out the hood and everything, like showing him new things. Yeah. But like the friend is like, yeah, I'm seeing this, though, you know, but I see an opportunity, though, you know, to jack some people or whatever, though, you know.
So yeah, he's gonna go and trying to steal the stuff out of that jewelry store or whatever. And it's like you can't take the dude out, like you can take him out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of him, like kind of thing.
And like especially just like with the role that Snoop's playing, like how he's playing like the narrator in this, though, you know, like he's just kind of just like I'm painting that picture right there. So I just like really found this, you know, like pretty interesting, though. And it was like one of the ones that had to grow on me too. But it was, you know, after a while I'm like, yeah, like this fits,
it's super
and like
deep,
this is,
right?
You know.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like it fits in the album like perfectly, right? Because he's doing like a good job of telling this whole story, like you're talking about, and he's like painting that picture for you, and like it's giving you different elements, and it's showing you like different abilities by Kendrick for like how he can put together or how like creative he is in putting together an album or like just an entire like piece of like art, like with this entire like. What is it, 16 tracks on this thing or something like that? Yeah. So like I like the way it plays into it, and it fits perfectly for this album.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty good. Drop that needle.
And this one is These Walls, which again, like it has Anna Wise and it has Bilal and it has Thundercat on this one too as well.
Is this the one you showed me the other day, or like a while back, I guess?
Like I think probably like maybe like a while. I don't know, like probably like.
We didn't react to this
one.
No. This isn't one of the ones we reacted to.
No.
Okay.
Nope, not at all.
It's nervous. Fuck you. Good night. Thank you much for your service.
Bye bye.
I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same.
Sex. She just wanna close her eyes and sweat. With you. Only when you're telling them if these walls could talk.
I can feel your rain when it cries. Gold lives inside of you. If these walls could talk.
D-wall vacant more than a minute. D-wall are vulnerable. Exclamation, interior pink, color coordinated. I interrogated every nook and cranny. I mean, it's still amazing. Before they couldn't stand me. These walls wanna cry tears. These walls happier when I'm here. These walls never can hold up. Every time I come around, demolition might. D-wall can talk, they tell me to go deep. Yelling at me continuously, I can see your defense mechanism is my decision. Knock these walls down, that's my religion. If your walls can talk, they tell you it's too late. Your destiny accepted, your fate. Build accessories and stash them on the yard. Take the recipe, the Bible, and God. I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same. Abusing my power full of resentment. Resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room.
All right. And that one goes into the next song. That's going to be on the other side. Yeah. So I tell you what's like really interesting about that song, though, you know, like, which of course, like it took me like a couple of listens just to get it, though, you know, but like of course, like overall, you know, I'm painting a picture about smashing, but like the third verse, it goes into the why, and the why behind it, you know. There was a guy who killed his friend, you know, and who was in prison, you know, for life. And Kendrick's just like painting that picture for that guy to let him know, like, you hurt me, I'm hurting you by smashing your woman on the outside. You have nothing to.
Oh man!
And like you can't do nothing about it, though. You know.
Dang, that's
why I like
brutal.
the other song though. You know, that like we did like a while back called "Sing About Me."
Yep.
You know, he was mentioning that he was like, "Walls are telling you to listen to Sing About Me," because like he's tying those together. You know, with the
I
person that
got
kills.
you.
Yeah.
So, oh man, that's
So that's why it got so dark and personal on that third verse. Because it's just like, you know, because like that guy is like so confined, you know,
Right.
And like, you know, so that's why he's
And
kind of
so-
like whispering into the walls, like
he's like, and if the walls could talk, they'd tell you all these different things. So it's a double like the whole time because he's talking about like, oh man, that like these walls be telling you all the things that I'm doing
Yeah,
to your
man.
girl back here.
man.
Wow, that's super. Like, I didn't realize all that. Like, so again, like I think it's really cool that like the way Kendrick is able, like especially in this one, to like do like the wordplay with the metaphors and like all that kind of stuff, like the whole time, because like that's one of like the trademarks of like a good hip hop artist, right, or rap artist or whatever, is like you get like the Nas is being able to like tell the gun story, right, like the whole different thing, right, like to be able to do doubles like throughout like an entire album, like or an entire track, something like that, which is super cool. And so like I can like I definitely like the way, like I didn't know that extra third or like extra meaning, right?
Yeah.
Where he's like it had like a target meant for it, like right, like that's a whole nother level of different, and to place it so like well into your album, like give it like so much extra like meaning, right? Because like every single song so far has been like it's like super involved, super artistic, like very like full of like sound and music. Yeah. And so it's cool that he's able to keep that, right? Because a lot of people, when they come out a diss or like they come out like a track where they want to like point to somebody, it's unique from like anything else they do, right? Like it doesn't fit. Yeah. So like the fact that you could completely miss that because it just plays so well into like the rest of the album and the way he's going with it is really telling of how talented he is, and to be able to make a track however he wants it and it still have it fit with a bigger picture.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this, and like speaking of the bigger picture, I don't know like if you're kind of like I'm getting everything so far though, you know, because like the last song, which was like institutionalized, it's just like it's building that picture to like the walls and stuff like that, and then because he was how the poem is starting to get just like a little bit longer each time.
Well, because he was originally talking about like kind of like that, like the man or like Uncle Sam and that kind of stuff, and it's like kind of like growing, like right, like you went from like being in the hood or whatever, and then coming like you were talking about earlier, Uncle Sam coming like out with like taxes and all that kind of stuff coming out,
and then like the powers that be trying to get at you, and then Kunta, like which like I'm Kunta. Like I'm like his character in like the Roots. He took a stand up against like the powers that be, and so it's just kind of like one of them things, and like everything is just like
and then
building.
If that's the case, then like did Kunta go to jail? Because then this dude goes to jail, right? And then he's pointing at him. Even like you could like kind of like take it wherever you want to go with it, right? But so like that's super cool. All right, Buzz fam, we gotta take a quick break while we flip this over.
Flip it over,
and we'll be right back.
All right, y'all, we back. You know, about to start off with you. Which I tell you, it's like the darker side of I, actually.
Was that last one called I?
I mean, no. Remember that song, you know, I Love Myself? Remember that one?
Okay, yep.
Yeah, So this is kind of like a darker side of that.
I's coming later.
Yeah. Like way later. So, yeah. So here we go.
Cheers, Buzz fam.
Cheers.
We messing with you.
Loving you is complicated. Loving you is complicated. I place blame when you steal.
chill. Play shame when you steal. Feel like you ain't shit. Feel like you don't feel confidence in yourself. Breaking no marble floors. Little sister baking. A baby aside, just a teenager. Where your patience? What was your antennas? What was the influence you speak of? You preached in front of 100,000 but never reached her. I fucking hate you. I hope you embrace it. I swear loving you is complicated. Loving you is complicated.
That you're ashamed of me. Yes, I hate you too.
Abre la puerta, tengo que limpiar el cuarto. Es que no hay mucho tiempo.
You the reason why mama and them leaving. No, you ain't shit. You say you love them. I know you don't mean it. I know you irresponsible, selfish. You deny you can't help it. Your trials and tribulations a burden. Everyone felt it. Everyone heard it. You ain't tried. Mood swings is frequent, nigga. I know depression is resting on your heart for 2 reasons, nigga. I know you and a couple black boys ain't been speaking, nigga. Y'all damn near beefing, I see it, and you're the reason, nigga. And if I told your secrets, the world of no money can't stop a suicidal weakness.
Damn, dude. So you talking to God?
He's talking to himself. He's actually talking to himself. Like, this is just like him looking in the mirror. You know, so this is like when he was like really battling like with like a depressive state.
Okay.
And like this was all kind of like in between like, you know, like 2013, 14. And this was like the time, you know, his teenage sister gotten pregnant. You know, he's trying to like be an influence. Like she got pregnant. You know, he had a couple friends, you know, that got killed like during this time.
Because I hear him trying to talk like, you ain't saving him. Mm-hmm. So that's why I thought he was talking to God, right? Because he's like, you ain't saving him. Like you ain't doing anything to help anybody. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like almost in a way, like you're looking in the mirror and like you're like yelling at yourself, but you're also like yelling at God at the same time, right? Like you're like, you ain't doing anything to change anything. You pin people against each other. You're the worst person that there is, right? Like,
yeah.
And I was thinking because like he's like down the bottle real deep, right? Like he's also like, you know, like shouting at the sky, kind
it's just like kind of just like why and everything like that, though, you know. But yeah, man. But it's just like he's just like really like blaming himself for like all kinds of stuff, though, you know. And
interesting.
So so that was just kind of just like his way, I guess, of like letting out, you know, some of the depressive things that he was going through, man.
He definitely put it out there.
All right, so
what do we got next?
Okay, we have a song that you already know. All right.
Bet.
Which is good that they put this like right next to each other.
You don't get to say you gotta go. And if I told your secrets, the world of no money can't stop a suicidal weakness.
All's my life I has to fight, nigga. All's my life hard times like if God got us, then we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
You from the face down, 1 Mac 11, even boom with the bass down. Skimming, now let me tell you about my life. Painkillers only put me in the twilight. Knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright.
Deposit every other zero, thinking of my partner. Put the candy penning on a Rico, digging in my pocket. In a profit big enough to feed you every day. My logic, get another dollar just to keep you in the presence of your Chico. I don't talk about it, be about it. Every day I sequel. If I got it, then you know you got it. Heaven, I can reach you.
Dark nights in my prayers.
I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same, abusing my power full of resentment. Resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room. I didn't want to self-destruct. The evils of Lucy was all around me. So I went running for answers.
I like how he played that back into it, right? And he brings that like kind of like full circle, like like I found myself like screaming in the hotel room and this and that, right? Like I like how he like brings it back and like he's like, but like I was in that dark hole, right, from you, like real dark, like that deep hole, and then he's like, but we gonna be all right, like, and he's like telling himself like, we gonna be all right, like
exactly,
like right, like picking himself back up. Like I see what you're saying, like and you're like right because he places these songs in this album like really well, And I'll say about this one, like one of the reasons I like this song like quite a bit is because Kendrick's voice for me, like a lot of times, like I'm like, I guess some like rappers have like really good singing voices, and then some not as much. For me, Kendrick is not as much on like the singing voice type, or it's not like super pleasing to like some other artists' voices or whatever, right? But he does a really good job of picking sounds that his voice goes with really well. And this one specifically, like the way he's like raspy on it and like kind of going at it, it gives me the same, like it does like a really good job of like just blending with like the whole thing.
And that's, you know what though, and that's something that he's always really been good at to me though. You know, it's just like when it comes to an instrumental, you know, he could, you know, use his voice as an instrument too, and it could just like blend like really well with that. Just like how you're saying, like the raspiness on this, and then kind of like the monotone on, you know, like a couple of other songs or whatever, or just like when he plays different roles, he's able to, you know, like actually like play the role of, you know, like of you know, like of sad person, depressive person, or like you know, or somebody that's angry or whatever too as well, you know. So like he definitely has that capability though, you know. But yeah.
And I heard, I think it was like on the last one on You, I was going to mention it. It was either that one or the one before where there was a portion in there. You remember Mona Lisa on Wayne's?
Yeah.
On like Carter 5, I think it was.
Yeah.
So
just like the crying kind of.
Yeah. But the way like he delivered it, it sounded very familiar from like the way he delivered on Mona Lisa.
That's just nasty.
Yeah, that's just nasty. Yeah. I was like, and I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, that's where I heard that shit. It's like, okay, that was that flow, that was that cadence type.
So also like there's like something else that, you know, that I wanted to bring to your attention too as well. You know, so like, you know, just like with the spoken word pieces though, you know, like throughout, you know, like it's like the songs are kind of like I'm emphasizing, you know, those portions of the spoken word and stuff like that though, you know. So so okay, so this next one is For Sale, you know. So
what do we got for sale?
Yeah, so like this is like pretty interesting right here. Pretty interesting.
Our soul or what?
The evils of Lucy was all around me, so I went running for answers. I'ma go hit the bottle with you. Smoking, looking, poking the danger till I'm out with you. Cause I want you. You said to me, you said your name was Lucy. I said, where's Ricardo? You said, oh no, not the show. Then you spit a little rap to me like this when I turned 26. I was like, oh shit. You said to me, I remember what you said too. You said, my name is Lucy Kendrick. You introduced me, Kendrick. Functions accordingly, Kendrick. Lucy don't slack a minute. Lucy work harder. Lucy gon' call you even when Lucy know you love your father. I'm Lucy. I loosely heard prayers on your first album, truly. Lucy don't mind, cause at the end of the day, you'll pursue it swerving. Cause I want you. Misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same. Abusing my power full of resentment. Resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room. I didn't want to self-destruct. The evils of Lucy was all around me. So I went running for answers. Until I came home.
Damn.
Yeah. Dude, so that track right there, man, I mean, just like the instrumental, like the melody of it, man. I love, that old 70s R&B sound.
You know what it gives me?
And it just...
It reminds me heavily. So, is he talking about LSD?
No.
What is Lucy?
Okay, so Lucy is short for Lucifer. And
okay, so he's talking about the devil.
Sell, it's just like kind of like I'm selling the soul to the devil.
Right. Okay. So that's kind of like the part of the vibe I was getting.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was also, because like you're talking about that old 70s vibe and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What I was getting like heavy was like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, like some Beatles vibes.
Yeah.
Like coming in there like with some of like those elements and stuff like that. And like the way he's like twisting it and playing with it a little bit is like he's like skirting the line. Like, and Lucy would make you do a lot of those things that he was talking about doing, right? Like so, but also Lucifer could be doing like the same kind of thing. So I don't know if he was trying to like double it up and like play off of like like the whole Beatles, like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, man, and that's actually like new to me though. I'm like like reference to like the Beatles and everything, bro. But like like he was, I'm talking about like the devil being in the form of a woman though, and I'm being that seductive type and everything, man. But that's, I mean, it's
it's deep. Like there's so many layers to it where you're just like, okay, I see what he's doing, but like. There's so many different ways you can kind of look at some of like the songs that he puts together, and then he comes in with the spoken word at the end again, right? And he's like tying it off.
At that time, like it kind of got longer there, like if you notice though, because like before, the For Sale started though, he was just up there saying, like the evils of, I don't know, just like something with like Lucy was all around him, and so he ran for answers, and then the For Sale song started, but then with this one. He was like ended off with the like he looked for answers until he came home.
Right.
So.
And I wonder, like for this album, I wonder if when he was making it, if he had the full idea of like telling this story, like this like portion of his life. I wonder if he planned it that way and then made like a shell of a song, or he like writes the poem for like. Because it sounds like this thing is like a whole poem, right? Yeah. And he's chunking it up throughout the album, right? And so if he has that whole poem written out, and then he decides to cut it up and to interject like key moments in his life, like through like each song, right? And like to input those in, and then writes the song to fit what his mood was or what his like energy was for that time period. Yeah. As he breaks it up and goes along the way.
Yeah. Yep. But it gets pretty interesting, and I know the people in the comments know obviously like what happens. So but this next song, so on Mama, I think I let you hear this like once though, but it's just like the subject of it all though, just like with his experience, with going to Africa and all that though. But it's pretty cool, and it's probably like one of my favorite songs on the album, I think.
The evils of Lucy was all around me. So I went running for answers until I came home.
I can see why you like this one.
I need that. I need that sloppy. That sloppy. Like a Chevy in quicksand. Yeah. That sloppy.
This feeling is unmatched. This feeling is brought to you by adrenaline and good rap. Black Pendleton, ball cap, West, Blue Magic. Thank God for rap. I would say it got me a plaque, but what's better than that? The fact it brought me back home.
We've been waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you.
I know everything, know myself, I know morality, spirituality, good and bad health. I know fatality might haunt you, I know everything, until I realized I didn't know shit, the day I came home.
We've been waiting for you.
Tossing footballs with his ashy black ankles, breaking new laws, mama passed on home training. He looked at me and said, Kendrick, you do know my language. You just forgot because of what public schools have painted. Oh, I forgot, don't kill my vibe, that's right, you're famous. I used to watch on Channel 5, TV was taken. Then be an advocate, tell your homies especially to come back home.
Wow.
is it the money or man? Tell me something, got me losing my mind. You make me wanna jump.
Let's talk about jump. Let's talk about jump. Let's talk about jump. Let's talk about
I've been looking for you my whole life, and appetite for the feeling I can barely describe. Where you reside? Is it in a woman? Is it in money or mankind? Tell me something, think I'm losing my mind. I say, where you at? From the front to the back. I'm looking for you, I react. Only when you react. I thought I found you back in the ghetto when I was 17 with the 30th special. Maybe you in a dollar bill, maybe you're not real. Maybe only the wealthy get to know how you feel. Maybe you're paranoid. Maybe I don't get you anyway. Don't lie to me. I'm suicidal anything. I can make you happy again. I can preach for you if you tell me what the matter.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
So I really like the messaging in this one, and like the way he talks about how he knows everything, how like in like the Western world, right? Like where we, like in America, right? Like he knows the lawyers and the hood and the drugs and the money and the cars and the fame and the clothes and the this and that, right? Like he knows it all, and then he goes over, like you're saying, he goes to Africa, right? Like to the motherland or whatever, right? But he realizes that he don't know nothing, right? And like this little kid, like that he reminds him of himself, like from like way back in the day with some hand-me-down shoes and this and that, right? He comes in and he's like, I feel bad for you because you kind of like lost your way. Like you don't know what it is anymore. Like the and then like there's like a hard line in there right before like that beat switch. Something
like
about
destiny over
rest in peace. Like if your destiny, like you choose your destiny over dying, right? Like you need to like realize, like that's the thing that a lot of the artists that we've been talking about and some of the other things, they can't figure out once they've made it. What's next, right? What is their destiny? What is their purpose beyond making money and being famous and this and that, right? And so it's super fire that he was able to like consciously like put that into perspective in such a unique way.
Yeah, man. And like the other thing about the song, well, like for one, I don't know, dude, it's just like that ending always makes my eyes water. I don't know why, it just like does, though, you know. But the thing about, you know, those last bars, like before the beat switch, like I'm choosing destiny over rest in peace. So you know what I think? You know, that kid, I mean, like I'm how he was, like I'm younger version of himself. Just like it's like I'm kind of him, like at the fork in the road, choosing which path or wherever to go.
Okay, yeah.
And then when it switches over, like when it kind of gets like I'm chaotic, or you know, like I think that ties back into For Sale, where like Lucy tries to come back into his life, saying I've been looking for you though, you know, and everything, and you know, still trying to pursue him. And trying to like drag him away, you know, from home or whatever, or just like I'm from that type of state of mind and everything, you know. So that's kind of still something that I'm like still till this day trying to like figure out like if that is it right there, because I heard like so many stories about that right there though, you know. But it's man. But
well, BuzzFam knows, right? BuzzFam's gonna have it in the, like
so y'all go ahead and drop it up in there though, yo. You know,
because music speaks to people like differently, right? Like I heard the Beatles in the last one, and like you hadn't heard that, like, right? So I guarantee you, there's going to be somebody in the comments that's like, here's like wait, you guys totally missed this whole other element of this album, because there's like clearly there's a lot of messages intertwined, like within like side A and B so far,
and it's like a lot of people get like different messages from it though, you know. So so hey, look. Let us know your thoughts though. Like, what do you think though? You know, like as far as, you know, what was being said on this song, or even on some of the other ones too as well.
Right. And we're gonna go ahead and get a new beer and flip over to side C.
Yeah. Like, yes. Go ahead and get it.
We're gonna drop the needle.
Yeah, about to drop it.
What's this song called?
Hood Politics.
Hood Politics. Here we go. We on. Welcome back, Buzz fam, if you're just joining us. This is Beers and Bars.
K-Dot, pick up the phone, nigga. Every time I call, it's going to voicemail. Call me on Shanika's phone.
Shanika.
I've been A1 since day one, you niggas boo-boo. Your homeboy, your block that you're from, boo-boo. Little hoes you went to school with, boo-boo. Baby mama and your new bitch, bitch. Boo boo, we was in the hood, 14 with the deuce. 14 years later, going hard like we used to on the dead homies. Came in this game, you stuck your fangs in this game. You want no chain in this game, your hood, your name in this game. Now you double up, time to bubble up the bread and huddle up. Stick it to the scripts, now yip them Benjamins, go cuddle up. Skip, hop, drip, drop, flip, flop with the white tube sock. Fuck with you, nobody can fuck with you. I've been A1 since day one, you niggas boo-boo. Your homeboy, your block that you're from, boo-boo. Little hoes you went to school with, boo-boo. Baby mama and your new bitch, boo-boo. What's that tripping all around? Ain't nothing new but a fluid new Democrats and Republicans. Red state versus a blue state, which one you governing? They give us guns and drugs, call us thugs, making they promise to fuck with you. No condom, they fuck with you. Obama say what it do.
Obama say what it do.
Everybody wanna talk about who this and who that, who the realest and who whack, or who white and who black. Critics wanna mention that they missed when hip hop was rapping. Motherfucker, if you did, the Killer Mike could be platinum. Y'all priorities fucked up with energy and wrong shit. Hennessy and Crown Vic, my memory been gone since. Don't ask about no camera blocking at award shows. No ask about my first can fuck up the game. I've been A1 since day one, you niggas boo boo. I remember you was conflicted. Misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same. Abusing my power full of resentment. Resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room. I didn't want to self-destruct. The evils of Lucy was all around me. So I went running for answers. Until I came home. But that didn't stop survivor's guilt. Going back and forth trying to convince myself the stripes I earned. Or maybe how A1 my foundation was. But while my loved ones was fighting a continuous war back in the city, I was entering a new one.
Dude. Dude, that gave me some like serious like easy vibe. Like, right?
It's like easy, and then also like it gave me some Jay-Z first Blueprint vibes too as well.
Like a little bit.
Because it just like kind of, I mean, just like the beat scheme with it and everything. And that's crazy like how he mentioned Jay at the end though, you know, saying I was sitting, you know, just like I'm holding like next to Jay. And I also like that like liner that he used, like it's funny how one verse could fuck up the game. You know, that was something that Jay-Z said in one of his songs too. So that was like really freaking dope right there though, you know.
So he's doing like some subliminal homage, like throwbacks
that's right,
in there.
man.
Like
I know what he did for Killer Mike too. Though,
right,
because that
he
dude should be
like,
freaking platinum like a mofo.
Buzz fam, we did that reaction. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. We got that album up on the channel already. That was super fire as well. But like, this one is like one of those ones where like it can like it sneaks by you, right? Like I could see where like people will be like, oh yeah, I heard that song once, but like they didn't really like get into it and like really listen into like, and they kind of miss some of those subliminals, right? That would come by because like when you're looking at like the whole like the whole album, right? That one's subtle, like in it. It's not like popping off like that. What was the one that he went to Africa? Mama? It's not popping off like that one. It's not popping off like that. What was it? The third one, man. That shit was bumping.
I'm King Kunta.
King Kunta, man. That shit was my jam.
It's like I tell you what though too, man, because like this actually slid past me too, just like my first time hearing it though. But after like a couple more listens, I was like, damn, because of some of the stuff that he was saying in there, and especially like how he had the Blood and Crip tie in with the Democrats and you know, in the Republican Party though. You know, I love like the red and blue scheme, and like the flu of Redema Crips and Rebloodagans. I was like, oh man, that's cool, man. That is cool how he did.
What I was gonna say is like, it's very like apparent through this track that he was like very, very much like in the hood. Like he has like a first-hand knowledge of like all of how things go down and like what happens because of how descriptive he can be and how he can spin it or like do like the Democrats,
the Rebloodagans and the Democrips.
Democrips, like the way he's able to do stuff like that is very like apparent that he like has like oh, I can see how the game was being run. Or you're gonna go lose some weight by running running this product
Tell him
or
he can
whatever.
run into the cardio.
Yeah, exactly. Like that kind of shit. Like just like some very subtle things, but like, this is how you're gonna stay fit. And here you go.
And then also like the funny thing about the Obama reference, right?
Yep.
You know, so when he went to the White House, like Obama told him, like he said, "Hey, what it do?"
What
so that's why he actually said, he was like, "Hey, Obama said what it do."
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So
what do we got next?
Okay. So next one, this is like super freaking deep. It's like one of my other favorite tracks on here. How much a dollar costs. Now, this is it's crazy. It's crazy.
Get that paper.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy story.
Dollar bills, y'all. Dollar bills.
How much a dollar really costs? The question is detrimental, paralyzed in my thoughts. Parasites in my stomach keep me with a gut feeling, y'all. Gotta see how I'm chilling once I park this luxury car. Hopping out feeling big as Mutombo. 20 on pump 6, 30 Marcellus called me Dumbo. 20 years ago, can't forget. Now I can lend him my ear or two. Contributing money just for his pipe, I couldn't see it. He said, my son, temptation is one thing that I've defeated. Listen to me, I want a single bill from you. Nothing less, nothing more. I told him I didn't have it, then closed my door. Tell me how much a dollar cost. This particular person just had it down pat, staring at me for the longest until he finally asked, have you ever opened up Exodus 14? A humble man is all that we ever need. Tell me how much a dollar cost. Up, I seen you from a mile away, losing focus, and I'm insensitive, and I lack empathy. He looked at me and said, your potential is bittersweet. I looked at him and said, every nickel is mine to keep. He looked at me and said, know the truth, it'll set you free. You looking at the Messiah, the Son of Jehovah, the higher power, the choir that spoke the word, the Holy Spirit, the nerve of Nazareth, and I tell you just how much a dollar cost.
I washed my hands, I said my grace, what more do you want from me?
I don't remember who said it, but I've heard it a bunch of times. Mm-hmm. And it's saying something along the lines of, if you ain't willing to give a dime out of your dollar, you ain't gonna give like 100 out of 1,000, right? Mm-hmm. You ain't gonna, like, once, because everybody says like, oh, I don't have it right now, but when I make it, I'm gonna make a difference. I'm gonna give back. I'm gonna do this when I make it, this and this and this, right? And if the saying goes, like, if you didn't give the dime out of your dollar, you ain't gonna do it when you, like, basically you ain't gonna do it when you're rich. And I like this, and I had that thought like while listening to this, right? Because I picked up real quick that like the beggar was God, right? And like he was looking at him like, I only want a single bill, and to see how he would respond.
Nothing less, nothing more.
Nothing less, and he didn't do it. And at that point, I knew it was a test, right? Yeah. And Lucy's still with him, and Lucy's driving the car, and Lucy's holding the purse, right? And Lucy ain't paying up.
Yeah, man. And that was like, dude, like that is like such a crazy story, man. Like I tell you, well, some fun facts with this right here. How he talked about like what inspired him to write the song, and he said like while he was in Africa, you know, he did stop at a gas station, you know, give a bum some money. And like he talked about, you know, how, you know, just like how like inspirational like he was and everything. And like it motivated him to write the song, but like do it in a reverse way of a selfish person though. And that was like really cool though, like how it's just like, I mean, just like that it just like still gives me chills about how he's just like, look, like, you know who I am? I'm God. And like, you just lost your spot in heaven because you just wouldn't give me this right here.
Right.
And then also, like, one of the other facts, so speaking about Obama, he said publicly that how much a dollar cost was, like, his favorite song off his album.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man, he actually said publicly, like, with that.
It's a really good message, and like, and it tells you, like, you should always be trying to pay it forward, right? Like, you should be doing what you can, like, to pay it forward, because everybody is struggling at one point or this or that, right? Like, and you should be trying to like go out and like do what you can. Now, personally, in what I found recently is like a lot of times money gets thrown at problems and it doesn't actually solve the problem. And so what I'm finding like lately, like as I'm like seeing more and more like charities and this and that kind of stuff, is that throwing money at the problem doesn't really work. You need to, like, if you want a problem fixed, you need to go and put your time into it. Like, and that's more valuable than actually like just throwing cash at it. But like, you can still give money to like some causes or this or that, but like nothing's gonna go as far as you like putting in the work, like rolling up your sleeves and kind of like pushing that out there. And so I think it's cool that he made that trip out to Africa and kind of like got to see that and like got to try to like help out, because it gives like a different perspective, right?
Yeah.
And so it's good that like I didn't know if he was like recanting this from like a personal experience, but it's good to know that he wasn't that guy. He just it inspired him to write that.
Yeah, man, that's insane. Okay, and then this next song is called Complexion. Now this one is featuring on the chorus, like you have like the legendary DJ / producer Pete Rock, you know, who just like on the chorus, but then has our girl Rhapsody on this one right here. Now, this one right here, I'm letting you know right now, like this like song right here, like made my eyes water in a way though, because you know it has the essence of Jay Dilla's, you know, production type of style on this. Right here. So here
I'm
we go.
all ears.
I'm with this.
Complexion.
Two steps.
Complexion don't mean a thing.
This is solo.
Oh my God.
Ooh, complexion.
Two steps.
Sneak me through the back window, I'm a good field nigga. I made a flower for you out of cotton just to chill with you. You know I go the distance. You know I'm 10 toes down, even if Massa listening. Cover your ears, he bout to mention
complexion.
Two steps.
At the world attention, so I'ma say something that's vital and critical for survival of mankind. The feline color should never rival. Beauty is what you make it. I used to be so mistaken by different shades and faces. Then Wit told me a woman is woman. Love the creation, it all came from God. Then you was my confirmation. I came to where you reside. You like it? I love it. You like it? I love it. You like it? I love it. You like it? I love it.
Speak your mind real quick, love one.
Let me talk my Stu Scott. Excuse me on my Tupac. Keep your head up, when did you stop? Love and die. Color of your skin, color of your eyes. That's the real blues, baby, like you met Jay's. It ain't complex, to put it in context. Find the air beneath the kite, that's the context. Yeah, baby, I'm conscious, ain't no contest. If you like it, I love it, all your earth tones been blessed. Ain't no stress, jigaboos wanna be. I ain't talking J, I ain't talking B. I'm talking days we got school, watching movie screens. Colors ain't a thing.
Let's go. No colors ain't a thing.
Barefoot babies with no care. Teenage gun told us that don't play fair. Should I get out the car? I don't see Compton, I see something much worse. The land of the landmines, the hell that's on earth.
Man. Okay, I gotta tell you a couple of things about that track right there. So for one, that was supposed to have appearance from from Prince, like it really was. Like they were supposed to collab, but like the schedules didn't work out that way, you know. But Kendrick got to go to Paisley Park to go perform with Prince.
Yep.
You know, just like on freestyle on stage with him or whatever. But it's like they never got to get this song done in time.
Yeah.
Though, you know, with him like I'm featuring on the chorus though, you know. But that was supposed to happen actually.
That would have been super cool.
Yeah.
Because I like how like Rhapsody came in there, right? And she was like right on point, like right on like on beat with like what the message was.
Yes.
Like how she like played that whole thing.
And I love the woman's perspective, man.
Right.
See, like this is what collaborations is all about,
it's
man.
super good, right?
I mean,
like, and I like how she like plays it in there too. Like I ain't talking about J, I ain't talking about B. Like I'm coming in like right. She's like that whole thing. She just like bent it like perfectly. To play right into it, and then like K-Dot's part, like obviously he's coming in at it from the other side, and it's really cool like when you can like I really I'm like getting why this is one of like the greatest albums ever. Like everybody votes this like as one of the best albums like of all time because of how well the whole thing is like mastered, how much thought had to have gone into it in order to like come up with like the idea of it, right? Like, because like when you zoom out from it, like you're looking at like the whole project and you're like, look at from start to finish. It's not unlike that Plan B one we did, right?
Yeah,
like the whole thing is thought out. It's a whole story. It's like, but it's so unique, right? Like, and it's because it's him, right?
Yeah.
And so like he's able to like take that and like wrap it up really nice, and then like I want this to live on forever of like who Kendrick was, or like who I was during this time.
Yeah. And I remember, you know, just like him, I'm talking about like how, you know, like it wasn't his purpose for him to have all the hits on this album or whatever. Like it wasn't, you know, for him to have like the swimming pools and the DNAs and the Humbos or whatever. It was like meant to, you know, hit you on like a different level though, you know.
Well, and it's doing that, and for me, it's like the number one reason I never listened to this album. Yeah. Because there ain't no hits. I mean, like there's some, but like it's not the. It ain't Humble, not, right? You know, and it ain't DNA. My DNA's still my jam. But like it is. It's super different. It's one of those albums like you talk about that you live with, and you like put it on when you're like you need some introspection, right? Like and you're like I'm gonna look in, I'm gonna figure out like okay, what am I doing? I need to just have this going, and like take time. But the problem with albums like that is that you have to be with it, right? Like
like, you got to be in that vibe. Like you have to.
This setting is the right setting for that.
Yeah.
Cruising down the street for me, if like got my kids in the car and this and that, like that ain't the setting, right? Like
I don't know about you, man, but it's like I drive to this like all the time, like my long trips or whatever. Like
long
this
trips,
album
maybe.
is on,
maybe right? Because that's kind of the setting. It's like a long trip, right? But like I'm going to the grocery store, right? it ain't long enough, right? Like
it's just like, I got. That's what you drive to.
And then you turn it off and you keep moving. But so like I think like. With like life going real fast the way it's going these days, like it's nice to be able to like pause and like drop an album like this and be able to like reflect on it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we got one that you have already heard right here, the Blacker the Berry song right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which I love that song too.
Let's do it.
I'm African, I'm black as the moon. Heritage of a small village, part of my residence. Came from the bottom of mankind. My hair is nappy, my dick is big, my nose is round and wide. You hate me, don't you? You hate my people, your plan is to terminate my culture. You sabotage my community, making a killing. You made me a killer, emancipation of a real nigga.
The blacker the belly, the sweeter the juice. The blacker the belly, the sweeter the juice. The blacker the belly, the sweeter the juice. The blacker the belly, the bigger shoot.
I saw them treat me like a slave, cause we black. Boy, me feel one heap of pain, cause we black. I'm man, I said them put me in a chain, cause we black. How much you now? Me go.
I know you hate me just as much as you hate yourself. Jealous of my wisdom and cards I dealt. Watching me as I pull up, fill up my tank, then pill out. Muscle cars like pull-ups, show you what these big wheels bout.
The black, oh them must be doomed from the start, cause we black. Remember this, every race start from the block. Just remember that.
I'm the biggest hypocrite in 2015. When I finish this, if you listen, then sure you will agree. This plot is bigger than me. It's generational hatred. It's cynicism. It's grimy, little justification. I'm African American. I'm African. Remind me of these Compton Crip gangs that live next door. Beefing with power rules, only death settled the score. So no matter how much I say I like to preach with the Panthers, or try to celebrate February like it's my B-Day, or eat watermelon chicken and Kool-Aid on weekdays, or jump high enough to get Michael Jordan endorsements. The street when gang banging make me kill a nigga blacker than me. Hypocrite.
Damn.
I love the way that track ends. I just like love it. It's just like it goes from all of that griminess just to, it's just that smooth transition.
Yeah,
it just like smooths out, man. But damn, but it's just like that last line always, I mean, like it always gives me chills like all the time.
The hypocrite
like,
line?
As many times as I hear it though. It's just like, no matter how many times, you know, I go to speak about the Panthers and, you know, talking about Marcus Garvey and like all this other stuff, you know, like living up in February and everything like that. And just like, you know, but it's just like, you know, just like that person, you know, trying to, you know, it's just like if someone, you know, hurts somebody that you love or whatever, like no matter what complexion they are though, you know, it's just like you're wanting to retaliate in some type of way. And I felt that type of way too, you know, like when I had something like that happen close to me, you know, I wanted to retaliate on that person like the same way, even though he was like the same complexion as me. Right. And so like what he's saying is like super duper real. And it just, I mean, dude, like it just like gives me chills every time, like when that part comes on right there.
So for me, I think that this is, I haven't heard obviously side D, right? It's coming up, but like, I think this is the best song so far on the album. It's not my favorite song on the album, but it is, I think, the best song. Yeah. The way it's like mastered, like and put together is super raw. I like that he has like the Jamaican dude like offsetting him, right? Yeah. Like it kind of like has like that yin yang kind of vibe to it, like where he's like really raspy and grimy, and then he's got like they call it murder. Like, well, right?
John Rock.
Yeah, they have that like to kind of like offset the mood of it, but keep it in the same the same ring. Yeah, like the elements of it, and then obviously what he is saying, right? Yeah, and how he, and I think the most important part of that song is that he keeps it real. Yeah. At the last line.
And he's taking self-accountability. And that's like the other thing about it. It's just like he's not like preaching saying, hey, I'm perfect and you guys are doing this. It's like, no, I'm doing this. I'm taking accountability because I would definitely body somebody that, you know, just.
Exactly. He says all the things that are factually true, right? Like they're just facts. And it's like, I don't like this. This is how this is happening to me. These are all the stereotypes that are coming at me. This is like this and this and this and this and this and this. And also, I'm a hypocrite. Yeah. Right? Because I'm doing the same thing. Yeah. Right? Like, and so like the message is so powerful because he does that, right? Yeah. And I think it's important to like take that perspective, right? And look at it, and you can apply it to every race. Every race, because that happens. Because you just take their stereotypes and then watch them be a hypocrite, right? Yeah. And like every single race, it doesn't matter like who you are, right? It's and that's why I think this is the best song, because it's perfectly well made. Like it has balance. It has like the message, right? Yeah. And it keeps it 100. Yeah, straight up 100 though. Yeah. Crazy. Man. All right, Buzz fam, we're gonna switch the disc. Yep. Hey, we back, Buzz fam, and we about to get into You Ain't Gotta Lie to Kick It. Now, I'm saying this like before we get into this though. All right, so we've seen on the CD, on this album, how Kendrick uses his voice in different ways. Like he uses it like an instrument though. Now, the way that he uses his voice on this is gonna remind you of a certain somebody. The voice is. Okay. So you'll see. What's this one called? Like I'm just gonna call You Ain't Gotta Lie to Kick It. Because it reminds me of this person. Okay. And like we'll see if it's like the same person. I'm like, if the person that I'm thinking about is like the same person that you're thinking about at the end of this song. All right, let's do it, Bus Man. Let's drop that needle. Now I'm excited.
Steady long, steady wrong, nigga. Hey, y'all close that front door. Y'all let flies in this motherfucker. My OG up in this motherfucker right now. My pops in with the bottle in his acting a fool. Hey, baby, check it out. I'ma
insecurities written all on your face. So predictable your words. I know what you're gonna say. Who you fooling or you assuming you can just come and hang with the homies, but your level of realness ain't the same. Circus acts only attract those that entertain. Small talk, we know that it's all talk. We live in the laugh factory every time they mention your name. You ain't gotta try so hard. You ain't gotta lie to kick in my neck. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie to kick in my neck. Ask where the plug at to impress me. Ask where the jug at to impress me. Ask where it's at only upsets me. You sound like the feds on me. This is for fugazi niggas and bitches who make habitual line babies. Bless them little hearts. You can never persuade me. You can never relate me to him, to her, or that, or them, or you. The truth you love to bend in the back, in the bed, on the floor. That's your house, on the couch, in the mouth. I'll be out, really down.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you just like the voice portion of it for some of the parts of the song. It reminded me of Wayne's voice, you know, in just like on parts of the song.
That's
yeah,
what
man.
I was not expecting Wayne.
Yeah, man. So I mean, I know it's just like kind of just like how like Weezy kind of like uses his voice that time. I was just like, you know, just like that first verse.
Okay.
In like some ways and everything like that. I was like, yeah. I don't know. Like I was just like I'm picking up like Lil Wayne voice vibes, though, you know.
So I guess if you're talking about like singing-ish, then I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking more along the lines of like rhyme pattern, flow pattern of.
So I wasn't thinking about like any like rhyme patterns. I was like thinking about just like the voice.
Because like
the voice.
just the voice. Well, if we're going just voice, I felt it was closer to Jitty.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. I think just because like. The way Jitty is like, look, and then he comes like he like rhyme pattern wise, not at all, right? But like but like the way he sounds on a track, like if he would if Jitty would slow it way down, and like ride with it.
If he was so jittery,
then it would, I feel like the voice like inflections were similar to that, and I felt like he was kind of trying to ride the beat in a similar way, like what 3 Stacks would do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like in that like, same kind of vein.
Yeah.
But if you were gonna say 3 Stacks, I was gonna be like, well, the previous song, the background vocals or the way it came in and started, I felt like he was like real on that, like, that Andre tip, like coming in. Like, I was like, ooh, Andre. I was like, get the hair stem, and I'm like, okay, I got you, coming in.
Yeah.
But no, for this song, I definitely like the way he slows it down a little bit. Comes at it from a different angle, right? It feels like for the album wise, right? He's rounding the corner a little bit. Like he's starting to like see the light. He's not in as dark of a hole as he was in when he was in like the middle of the album. Some of like the beginning songs are. And so like I like that it's kind of turning that way. He's not there obviously, right? But it's getting a little bit better.
But it's at that point and everything, man. Like I think like one of the takeaways from this song, you know, one of the on one of the bars that he said, you know, how he was like, loud rich people have low money.
Yeah.
You know, and of course like loud broke people ain't got nothing though, you know, but you know, it just like makes you like look at, you know, what we see out there, like all this bling, 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 flossing and stuff like that. It's just like kind of like, how much do they really have though, you know?
Right.
Like what's it like really like though, you know?
It's like what's actually in their bank, like they're living above their means.
Yeah.
So they're loud, rich, like flashy,
just
and
like
this and
keeping
that.
up with
like,
the Joneses.
Keeping up with the Joneses
Keeping up with
and
the
all this stuff,
Kardashians.
right? But then you look at like their net worth and it's like, okay, yeah, they have a lot of money, but it's like their net worth could be way more if they were doing something with that money. Exactly. And then you look at somebody like, I don't know, you look at like somebody like Robert Kraft or something, right? Like that owns the Patriots. That dude's worth billions. Yeah. And if you saw him in the mall, you probably wouldn't know who he was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right? And so it's like different levels to this kind of stuff. And like, right. So like, I do like how that plays out.
Okay. And we're about to get into a familiar track. Now this is going to be like the live version of I, though, you know, that he has right here, which I like though.
I done been through a whole lot. Tried tribulation, but I know God. The devil wanna put me in a bow tie. Pray that the holy water don't go dry, yeah. As I look around me, so many motherfuckers wanna down me. But enemy gon' never drown me. In front of a dirty double mirror, they found me. And I love my, I want you looking at me. Tell me what do you see? I love myself. I put a bullet in the back of the head of the bullet. I love myself. These days of frustration keep go to the front. Yeah, I duck these cold faces. Post up feet, fight for bases. Dreams are realities, people. All y'all come to the front. Y'all come up to the front. Baby girl, you, come on.
Crazy. What you gonna do?
Lift up your head and keep moving. Turn the mic up. But then everybody lack confident. How many times my potential was inanimate? How many times the city making me promises? So I promise this nigga.
I love myself.
I want you looking at me. Tell me what do you see?
I love my baby.
One, two, three. I went to war last night. With a automatic weapon, don't nobody call a medic. I'ma do it till I get it right. Not on my time, killer music. Not on my time. We can say that shit for the streets. We can say that shit just for the kids, bro. 2015 niggas tired of playing victim, dog. All my niggas, listen to this. I promised Dave I never used the phrase fuck nigga. He said, think about what you saying. Fuck niggas. No better than Samuel on the Django. No better than a white man with slave boats. Sound like I needed some soul searching. Negus. Definition, royalty. King royalty. Wait, listen. Negus. Description, black emperor, king ruler. Now let me finish. The history books overlooked the word and hide it. Take it from Oprah Winfrey. Tell her she right on time. Kendrick Lamar, by far, realest niggas alive.
Damn.
Okay. All right. So
did he do
a couple
that
of
live?
things. Yeah. So like a couple things with this. Like I think it was kind of like I'm staged that way. I think though, you know. But I would say this. I mean, yeah. But like the song, just like it was all constructed live. But there's so like there's like a love and hate thing that I have with this right now. Okay. All right. So, well, the hate thing is that well, obviously I watched the live performance on SNL. Yep. And it was probably like one of the best SNL performances ever, right? And so like he actually did like the version like this on, on SNL, but continued with the song to the finish, obviously, right?
Yep.
And so when it kind of like broke up with the fight thing, I was like, damn, where's it at? And yeah, if y'all haven't seen it though, hey, like y'all want to request that or whatever, hey, let us know. But anyway, so going on with that, I did like, what happened though, like as far as, like all the foolishness in the crowd or whatever breaking out, and like he kind of just like stops everything and like I'm telling everybody, hey, listen, like let's cool out though, like we killing too many of us and stuff like that. And then the real meaning of the N-word,
right?
That was, dude, like that was like by far
deep,
one of the dopest things ever, man. Like whoa.
Well, I like that. Like you're saying, because he breaks it down and gives it like real meaning, right? And it's not just like the surface level thing. Like going back to like one of the other song and how he ends it, right? Like he's talking about like being a hypocrite and this and that, and like he's bringing it, like he tying it all together. The whole album is being like tied together. Like you got to be bigger than that. You got to like rise above all that kind of stuff, and like he gets it while still being real and being like true to like his upbringing. It's pretty rare that somebody is able to do both.
Yeah, man, it is, man. And yeah, man, that's why I do, like, I love that message. Like, I love the message though, but I'm like, damn, I love that SNL performance. I mean, dude, listen, man, like if you ever see that, man, like you are going to be just like, wow, like how he did that. It's just crazy. It's insane. It is insane.
We'll have to check it out.
Okay. So the last song of the album is Mortal Man. So this is what brings everything all together.
Tying it up with a little bow.
Yeah, and then like the message in this is like amazing.
BuzzFan, make sure you stick around to the end because we got our 3 albums that we're going to be dropping for the poll, and you're going to need to know which ones you want to vote for going forward.
Exactly, because they some fire albums. I'll tell you that.
Indeed.
Yep. So just stick around to the end of this. I'll put it in the right spot. Oops. Just up a little bit to the.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Cheers, Buzz fam.
Cheers.
The ghost of Mandela. Hope my flow stay propelling. Let these words be your earth and moon. You consume every message. As I lead this army, make room for mistakes and depression. And with that being said, my nigga, let me ask this question. When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? Do you believe in me? Are you deceiving me? Could I let you down easily? Is your heart where it need to be? Is your smile on permanent? Is your vow on lifetime? What you know where the sermon is? If I died in this next line, if I'm tried in a court of law, if the industry cut me off, if the government want me dead, plant cocaine in my car, would you judge me a drug head or see me as Kendrick Lamar? I lead this army, make room for mistakes and depression, and with that. Do you believe in me? How much you believe in her? You think she gon' stick around if them 25 years occur? You think he's don't let me resent you? That's not Nelson like, want you to love me like Nelson. I went to Robbins Island analyzing, that's where his cell is, so I can find clarity, like how much you cherish me. Is this relationship a fake or real as the heavens be? See, I gotta question it all. Family, friends, fans, cats, dogs, trees, plants, grass, how the wind blow, Murphy's Law, Generation X. Will I ever be your ex? Flaws of a... I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same, abusing my power full of resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room. I didn't want to self-destruct. The evils of Lucy was all around me. So I went running for answers until I came home. But that didn't stop survivor's guilt. If I respect you, we unify and stop the enemy from killing us. But I don't know. I'm no mortal man.
I see myself as a natural born hustler, a true hustler in every sense of the word. I took nothing, I took the opportunities. I worked at the most menial and degrading job and built myself up so I can get it to where I owned it. I went from having somebody manage me to me hiring the person that works my management company. Right. I changed everything. I realized my destiny in a matter of 5 years, you know what I'm saying, and made myself a millionaire. Right. I made millions for a lot of people. Now it's time to make millions for myself, you know what I'm saying? I made millions for the record companies. I made millions for these movie companies. Now I make millions for us. In this country, and you don't want to fight no more. And if you don't believe me, you can look around. You don't see no loudmouth 30-year-old motherfuckers.
That's crazy, because me being one of your offsprings of the legacy you left behind, I can truly tell you that it's nothing but turmoil going on. So I wanted to ask you, what you think is the future? Finally free, the butterfly sheds light on situations that the caterpillar never considered, ending the internal struggle. Although the butterfly and caterpillar are completely different, they are one and the same. What's your perspective on that? Pac.
Wow.
That was so freaking deep. Damn.
It's such a genius way. That whole thing was that Mama song, right? Like that whole caterpillar butterfly metaphor was him, like being shunned by the world and hating and growing up and it was hard and everybody hates caterpillar and it's institutionalized.
Walls,
but then
trap, all that kind of stuff.
But then then he starts becoming famous and getting right. He gets honed in. He gets brought in to the tight knit, right? That's him building that cocoon up, right? Mm-hmm. And he's being institutionalized, and then that's when he's talking about in the Mama song, he's got the money and the cars and the clothes and the hoes and this and all that kind of stuff, and then he flies somewhere else, right?
Yeah, dude. Now, here's what I find really interesting about this album, right? he was gonna have an alternate title for this album. Instead of To Pimp a Butterfly, it was gonna be To Pimp a Caterpillar. And it was, okay, and like the 2 was gonna be spelled T-U. So it was gonna be Tupac instead of T-Pap. And it's like, you notice that at the end though, how like Pac was there though, and it's just like, what was like really cool, like how like all the songs were just, parts of that whole spoken word, and he was just reading just like that spoken word to Pac. And then after that, like they have a conversation, and what was like so dope at the end, like after he was reading, that, like a passage like from his friend, and then like he's asking Pac's, just like his thoughts on it, right? And then it's just like, I don't know, like I feel like, and I don't know, hey, y'all in the comments though, hey, y'all can tell us like your thoughts on this too as well. But I don't know, I just kind of like felt like, Pac like left him to just like find his own answers. Like you find the answers to that. I can't tell you. You got to find the answers to,
Which wraps it up perfectly into him saying, I got one more thing to read you, right?
Yeah.
And then he reads him like the caterpillar butterfly metaphor. Dude, and so I understand why this album now is like regarded as maybe the greatest album of all time, or it's like, it's definitely in the conversation, right? And I can't take a single thing away from it. It has everything you could possibly imagine. I know you're giving this a 10. Yeah. I already know that. Right? Yeah. But like, I think that what makes this a 10, even though it's not like a typical album that I would normally listen to, what makes it a 10 for me is the, like, kind of like I talked about on like the Plan B one, right? Where it tells an entire story, right? And a lot of albums don't successfully do that.
Yeah.
Right? And not only does it tell an entire story, it wraps, it's got like a timeline, right? Yeah. And it continuously pulls you along with it, but it's never over.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't end at the end, right? It leaves it open for more, because now where's this butterfly going, right? And obviously we know he's going to come out with more albums in the future and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, it's very powerful, and he has like some really deep messages, and he also is able to be like humble about it and have like self like awareness while writing it, but at the same time telling his real story and like being able to like explain his like perspective on life. And through that, he also, and this is why I think it's going to be like one of like the greatest, go down as one of the greatest albums of all time. Musically, it is unlike almost anything you've ever heard before.
Yeah, man, exactly, man. It's just like he took like so many chances with this album, like it's that, and it's just, I mean, just like the musicians that were on here, like Thundercat, Robert, Glasper, Flying Lotus, and, Rhapsody, just like all of these different artists, man. It's just like, I mean, like he was like so tapped in, man. Like, and it was just like, and it was just like the Plan B album too as well, though. Just like so tied in and everything, and just like so locked in and focused, though. And it's like I love, at the end, like he left the whole entire album open, though. Right. And then like the really cool thing about this, though, is just like, this was him, like looking at like what's going on in the world and trying to fix it, though. And then what's really cool, like how it shifts over to like the Damn album. Like the Damn album is like a, like a self-reflection of, hey, I want to fix the world, but I got to fix myself first.
Yep.
And it's like crazy, like how like everything just like flows into like the next, So yeah, man. It's just, I'm like, it's amazing. It's amazing, how. Wow.
Buzz fam, you're gonna have to drop in the comments what you think of this album, like how you rating it, where you putting it on, what albums you think are up there with this one.
Yeah.
But without further ado,
speaking of albums,
as we do at the end of each one of our album reactions, we pull out 3 other albums that we got in the booth, and we're gonna do a little poll coming up to see what you guys want us to check out next.
Okay.
So what do we got first?
Okay, so first we're going to start off with a Kanye classic. Well, one of the Kanye classics, 808s and Heartbreaks.
Dude.
So this is like Casey's like favorite album.
This is
like,
my
personal
favorite Kanye.
Is Late Registration. But
this is so good.
But that one, yeah.
Buzz fam, vote for this one.
Yeah, because it's dope. Because it's dope, though. And then like an album that I have not listened to yet, which is the Carter.
He has not listened to Carter 3, Buzz fam.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is even possible.
Look, y'all. I know that Wayne is like one of the greatest. I already know that. All right. It's just like, just haven't got around to it, but I will. I will. One
Buzz
way or
fam,
another.
Wayne is his Kendrick. Like we both like.
I love him. I know he's great.
Yes, I know Kendrick is great and all this stuff, but I don't listen that much of his music. Court doesn't listen to that much of Wayne's music.
But I know that Wayne is just like so freaking fire. Like he's like one of the best MCs ever.
This is one of the best albums ever. Like,
okay,
so
and then the last one, y'all, and some of y'all been waiting for this, the Travis Scott Utopia album.
That's right. So
Now
we recently got put on to Travis Scott.
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing about him until real recently. I think we've listened to a couple songs off this album already from them just dropping and reacting to him.
Yeah.
But
and then also I have to say though, you know, that I sat down with my son and listened to this album. So I personally listened to the album already. And I know it's fire, and I know that Casey's gonna like really love it.
Yeah.
If this is voted, I know that. Yeah.
For the 2 or 3 songs that I've heard off of it, I'm like, this is my jam.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man, I think that one's like one of the best albums like this year.
Every Travis Scott song I've heard so far on like the Beers and Bars reactions and stuff like that, I've been a big fan.
Yeah.
Super hype. So you're gonna have to let us know which one. I'll have the vote up later. You get just like always, we usually put the albums out on a Friday.
Yep.
And then we have the poll up for over the whole weekend, so we can see what y'all want us to check out. UK, the albums aren't in yet, so vote for one of these ones. And when the albums come in, they're in the mail.
Yep.
We got some good surprises for you. I think you're gonna like it.
Yeah.
But if you don't want any of these 3 albums, or you want us to start ordering some albums for like the next ones, also let us know about the Patreon if you guys want us to do that. Drop it in the comments, because it looks like it takes a little bit of work to get all that kind of set up. And so we're only gonna do it if a bunch of people want us to host the full thing, or if we just keep doing the cut up versions on YouTube.
Yep. So, hey, until the next one.
But Buzz fam, appreciate y'all sticking with us for the whole thing.
Yep.
And we'll see y'all in the next one.
Peace.